The Calla theory suggests that reality can exist in multiple states at the same time. In layman's terms, this means that there is not one universe where our choices all lead to a single consequence. Instead, every consequence can be thought of as its own universe, its own set of possibilities. Sometimes I can't help but marvel at the implications such a theory brings forth. It means that on some parallels there exist universes where heroes like the Master Chief are still alive to see the legends that they have become. But then again, perhaps in those universes the theory would never come about in the first place. So, what secrets does my universe hide, I wonder?
Warning! Disabling tracking gear is against the UNSC and ONI protocols. If you continue with this section, override accepted. Tracking equipment fully disabled.
It can't be. What will you do now that you know the truth?
I can...
You want to run away?
I can do it. I disable the tracking gear.
That won't stop them, and you know it. They will hunt you down. But there is something you can do. Whether you intended to, or had it forced upon you, you have forgotten about this place, and what was found here. This place? And let me show you what was lost.
Headhunters. Exactly 38 hours ago, a Spartan by the name of Morse was declared missing in action whilst he was investigating the wreckage of the Forward Unto Dawn. We believe that Morse came into contact with immensely sensitive military information, and, as a result of finding this information, has now gone rogue.
How sensitive are we talking here, Commander?
Sensitive enough for me to court-martial you should anyone ask me that again.
Understood, sir.
Since Morse disabled his tracking gear by force, we'll be sending each of you to a possible refuge within 24 hours travel distance of the wreckage. Beyond that distance, we were able to set up a blockade to prevent him from leaving the area.
Spartan Rain, we will be sending you to the independent colony world of Venture. It has a sizable global population of 1.2 billion, mostly spread across 3 continents, with the capital city of Adera being the most populated. Bear in mind, this was once an outer colony before the war, so people out there may still hold some resentment towards UNSC assets, such as yourself.
Understood, sir. Is that it then?
Yeah, that's it. The independent, corporate-owned colony World of Venture. She used to be ours before the war, but that's all changed now.
Do you think he could be here?
Not likely. This is a pretty populated planet. There are plenty more remote places he would go if he wanted to hide from us. Regardless, I'd get ready. We're touching down very soon.
So, what is this place exactly?
Back when the planet was under Earth Gov jurisdiction, facilities like this were used under communication relays between the planet and Oni. Anyway, you should head to the planet's capital, Adera, soon. It's a 3-day trip on land, so pack some supplies. Just so you know, we won't be able to maintain radio contact once you enter the main city, so I'll tell you now. The Chancellor's office is about 1 mile south from here. The most direct route is on foot through the slums. You should watch yourself. Remember, we're not exactly popular in these parts, and the blockade is hardly going to work in your favor.
Understood.
Favours I've done for you over the past few months, and you can't repay me with a few boxes of parameds from the warehouse.
Mikey, I can't just steal from my work. What do you expect me to do? Walk out the warehouse with them tucked under my shirt?
But my uncle!
I'm done with this, Mikey. I'll see you later.
Excuse me, Chancellor Blyton. There is a Spartan Rain from the Office of Naval Intelligence here to see you. He says it's urgent.
Very well then. Send him through.
Good morning, Chancellor Blyton.
It was. Then I heard the Office of Naval Intelligence were cutting off all supplies in our sector in an effort to catch one of their own Spartans. Now I am stuck in a major crisis, wherein I cannot feed my own citizens.
We apologise, Chancellor, but please, rest assured that with your cooperation we can settle this matter quickly and compensate you.
It amazes me to think that Oni can waltz over my city under the pretext of galactic security. But, as I have no alternative, I am resigned to provide you with my cooperation, as you say.
Thank you, Chancellor.
And to begin, I can provide you with a diplomat suite. My secretary has the address. But let me make this clear, Spartan. Tensions are already high in this city, and your presence alone is pushing more radical groups to their limits. So don't make any big noises. The consequences could tear this whole city apart.
I understand, Chancellor. Rest assured, I'm only here to observe and relay those observations to Oni.
For both our sakes, Spartan, I hope so.
Good evening, and welcome to Adera Central News at 6. Breaking news this hour. Pressure grows upon the Chancellor as Oni placed more economic sanctions on the city. The Office of Naval Intelligence have placed more sanctions upon the city of Adera. The reasoning behind this is unknown, however Chancellor Blyton has called for calm in this time of difficulty. A ration system will be put in place with immediate effect for the citizens of Adera. The government hope that these new systems will quell the rioting that has been taking place through the Kanji and Teros districts.
Excuse me.
Yes? What is it?
I overheard you earlier. You were saying that you were in need of some parameds? I was in a hurry back then, but I have some spare for you.
Oh, that's okay. I've got some of my own now.
You do? Where did you get them from?
I would have thought that would be obvious to you. Your friend, the other Spartan, gave them to me.
Other Spartan?
Yes, that's right. He said he would try to help my uncle. I gather he's a contact of yours.
Yes, you're correct. Tell me, when did my colleague approach you?
It was a couple of hours ago now.
Kinsley, are you there?
Affirmative, Spartan Rain. What is the situation?
I can confirm there is another Spartan present on Venture, other than myself.
Were you able to confirm the identity of the other Spartan?
Negative. But what does that matter? It must be him, right?
Ernie gave me direct orders not to jump to any conclusions like that. Remember, this is an independent colony. We can't just go barging in on the grounds that there might be a rogue Spartan. We'll need hard evidence. For the meantime, continue to monitor this lead and report in with any developments.
Understood, Kinsley.
It seems that the radio signal isn't obscured here either. I'll make a note of that. Nevertheless, it would be wise to do your investigations during the early hours. You may have been welcomed here, but I dare say having a Spartan running around the city during rush hour will only complicate matters.
Agreed.
Wait, down there! Look out the back!
How the hell did civvies get their hands on that?
What the hell are you doing? Get after him!
What? Is that Morse?